people of the USA. Yeah. Oh, John Boudreaux, he got a lot to say. Oh, yes, he does. But there's a good old boy down in Texas, Turner, Texas. And there's a blue dot family in the USA. And all over this world. Oh, yeah.
Let's go, baby. Huh? No sound? What? Carolyn, no sound?
Yeah, there's a blue dot.
Why ain't there sound?
Family.
Holy shit, what did I do? I am. It is Sunday, baby. It's time for a Blue Dot family meeting. I just saw a notice go by that said I did not have sound on Facebook. So somebody on Facebook, let me know if I'm getting out, and I'd appreciate it. I thought I had sound. Everything looked like it worked. Ain't no telling no. John could have hit a button. John is known for, come on, hit this button. Oh, come on now. Let me get going here. Let me get some help in the room, see if I am indeed. Where's my mouse? Oh, Lordy have mercy. Don't you just love it when everything just goes according to plan and, you know, it all falls together just right? Hello, Miss Chick, how are you?
Okay, John. There is sound on Facebook.
Thank you. Thank you. Go into panic mode all of a sudden. Hey, before we get started, I want to thank Jay Clayton and Stephanie Dean for showing up. Today is date night, so, you know, roses in the teeth, and they're going to go out to see a movie, so I hope y'all enjoy yourself. Bart Larson is here. Miss Chick, of course, is here because she's in the room. Dina Michael is here. Nancy Halverson. Bruce Preston, RVW is here. Bart Larson, that smart-ass squaw Martha is in the room, so y'all behave yourself. Carol Lowe is here. Jane Shanky, hello, baby. Bruce Preston, let me see, Brian Juzzle's here. How you doing? Randy, whoo, barbecue pig. Pig's barbecued, huh? I heard it, probably. Hey, I heard we're going to get down to 92 by the end of the... Anyway, hold on, brother. Relief is coming somewhere. Anyway, Tiffany Hutchison, Jerry Wallace. Buddy, I'm always glad to see you in there. Jerry has been with us a long time. Carolyn and John Matt Jesco, who we're going to talk about here in just a minute because I spoke to them on the phone. And let me get down here where we are before I... Hi, Miss Chick, how are you?
I'm good.
I'm scrolling down here trying to find in. Let me get Bernadette up here because I see people down there in the... Oh, there she is. Lord have mercy.
It's a beautiful day here in Michigan.
It was a beautiful day here, too. And hi, Bernadette.
Hi, John. Hi, Missy Chick.
How you doing?
Hey, Bernie.
You doing okay?
Well, beautiful day here. Somebody turned on the air conditioner.
Beautiful day in the neighborhood. Beautiful day. Hey, guess what I got?
You
I got mail. I did indeed get mail. I did indeed get mail from Carolyn and John Majesco out in Charlotte, North Carolina, who I had the pleasure of meeting up in San Antonio. They're just a wonderful couple. Can't say enough good things about them. I know they're listening, so listen. They're just fantastic.
They are sweethearts.
They are sweethearts, and Travis would be the one to attest to it. She sent me a couple of items, some hemp liniment, and that is a little bottle of, you pump it on there, and it's a little lotion, and it's 1,600 milligrams of CBD. And then she sent another. This is a lot like Bernadette's product. This is like a salve can. This is the one Marcia. Oh man, let me get that. Too much light. Anyway, oh, look at there. Anyway, it's salve for aches and pains, and Lord have mercy, after the week I've been through, yeah, I feel like I could take a bath in it. And they also included a great donation in their letter, and I learned things about Carolyn that I did not know. And again, they're just fantastic people. I had a wonderful chat with them on the phone. And anytime I do it, it's just a great conversation. I walk away feeling good anytime I talk to them. So, how was your weekend?
Good. I spoke with you earlier.
Yes, we did.
I too have spoke with Blue Dot quite generous, Blue Dot. Daryl
Yes.
Imsmith down in Willits.
Very.
And I have been working on his machines and getting them all cleaned up and ready to get back connected to the world. And they're ready to go. And he's ready to go.
Yes, he is. I talked to him on the phone today. He's thinking about doing some traveling, and yeah, it's quite a story Bernadette, I, and Daryl all have going. Daryl is, if for those that don't know, Daryl is the guy that for years now has been buying Thanksgiving dinners for just
hundreds of families
benefit from his
it's
generosity every year.
Mm-hmm.
And he steps forward.
And you know what? It's not even in his neighborhood.
No.
He's not serving the people in his community. He's spreading it out across the land. And it's just amazing.
It is. Daryl has a huge heart, and he's a kind soul, and it makes you just.
And won't take no for an answer.
And no, you're going to do this, and you're going to make sure he's going to make sure you do it. I don't know what the future holds for Daryl, but whatever it is, I know it's going to be a kick in the butt. He's just a fantastic guy,
and
I just wish the best for him.
Character.
He is indeed. Anyway, you see who's down here in the chat? Yes.
I do see quite a few people down there.
I see some people down there. Let's get Mitch up here real quick.
Some people with their hands up.
I did. Hello, Mitch.
Hey, Mitch.
How you doing, brother?
Okay, we're on our way to synagogue. Tonight is Yom Kippur.
It is indeed. It is indeed. I hope you enjoy your evening. Just
a somber evening, but we'll manage to enjoy it.
Yes. It is the holiest in the Jewish faith, isn't it? I believe it is.
And it's also Jewish people celebrate the deaths of loved ones on the day they die. And my mother passed away on the evening of Yom Kippur. Say a special prayer.
Right. Well, bless your heart, buddy.
Go out to you and your family, honey.
Indeed.
Y'all have a safe high holiday.
Yeah, she was a blue dot to the core. So.
Yep.
Sorry your guys' paths never crossed.
I'm sorry a lot of us haven't crossed, and those that I have, I cherish the ones that I have been able to meet, which you're one of them.
Oh, you're saying that.
I know. Are you shitting me? You're a legend in this family, buddy. You really are.
I'm trying my best to figure out a way I can get down to Texas. Maybe after, the whole job situation is a little unstable.
Right.
So I may have time off on my hands that I don't even want. If that's the case, I may pack my ass in the car and come down to Texas.
We'd love to see you. You know that. And bring Julie this time. I'd love to meet her. I hear the voice, but I never got to meet her. She's so sweet. I don't know how you got so lucky.
You're lucky. That's a good way of putting it.
Yeah. I hear her back there.
Oh,
yeah, lucky. That's the ticket. Oh, I'm lucky to have mine. I'm lucky she still puts up with me. So, yeah.
I'll leave you just with a little gem that I saw on the Midas Touch Network today.
What's that?
Which is that Ken Chesborough continues to incriminate himself with his own filing.
I would never have believed you could be this stupid.
Right? And he's a lawyer.
Yeah.
Evidently not a very good one, huh?
He's a Trump lawyer.
Well, what he just did was...
He went to law school.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did he pay attention?
To the judge in Georgia basically said that he wants all of his emails excluded under a special master because there's a Georgia law that says any trials involving attorneys that everything that's under search warrant goes under a special master. He neglected to note was the most important part of the sentence. The last part of the sentence that said, unless the lawyer is a criminal under indictment, then they do not get.
So there goes all that attorney-client privilege and all that shit when you're committing crimes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mitch, he just forgot to uncheck that box.
Yeah.
that he wanted the world between him and Giuliani to fall under attorney-client privilege, but
Right.
neither of them were each other's attorneys nor their clients.
So that does
So
not
that's
apply.
That's the level we're operating at. He's crazy in there, and they're going to get their asses handed to them.
Well, you know, Mitch.
That's literally
it
what my
really is.
calls them.
You know,
Crazy.
if you're paying attention, it really is kind of comical to watch. They're
And
burning their own house
unfortunately-
down. You know, the calls coming from inside the house.
Yeah.
Team Crazy
Is
is an excellent way to describe them, and no wonder their plot failed. Thank goodness, huh?
Yeah. Have you noticed that it's always it's the Republicans themselves that have Republican accusers and witnesses, and you know all of this is the Republicans
In every case.
in every
In
case.
every case.
Even down
Whether
here in
it's civil,
Texas,
criminal.
where we saw Ken Paxton, my attorney general, his staff turned him in for bribery and corruption, and it doesn't matter down here. What's that, Julie? Oh, he's just doing his job? Yeah, that's his job, all right.
Well, Mark Meadows thought that he was doing his job, and he found out the hard way that, yeah, that part wasn't your job.
Yeah, your job doesn't involve crimes.
Oh, jeez. It's a lot. I mean, you definitely need a spreadsheet to keep up with this shit, because
It
there's
does.
a lot going on, guys.
You do, but you do realize that you know where they're going right now. The Republicans are going to go full bore on Senator from New Jersey up there, Senator Menendez.
Well, he deserves that.
Oh yeah. I don't have a problem with him being. If he did the crime, do the time. I don't give a shit. That's what we're trying to stress. I don't
The
care.
problem with Menendez is that the last time that he ran for office and got reelected, and I believe I want to say that was in 2018, he, in 2017, also faced an indictment, which he was acquitted for. And he seems to think that that's going to play out again.
Yeah, he thinks it
And
is.
so,
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to play that way.
Here's the difference. Here's the difference. Is the last time the case was brought in the District of New Jersey. This time it's in the District of New York, the
Yeah, Southern District of New York.
Southern District of New York, and that's not quite his constituents.
No.
No, I mean, the dude had gold bars in his house.
No shit.
Hey,
Gold bars in their house.
hey, don't you have some laying around in a pocket or two?
I don't know. I haven't checked my coat pockets in my closet for a while. Maybe I got.
It's in a shoebox. Yeah, that's it.
You know, just in case you have to tip
Underneath
the
the bed,
pizza guy or
right?
something. You know, you want a little cash laying around the house.
John has a
Jeez,
pound and a half
everybody-
of liverwurst. John has a pound and a half of liverwurst in the fridge, and he's got some Krugerrand stuck in it in his fridge.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, everybody keeps gold
Like
bars.
you do.
You
Yeah.
know, $500,000 stuck in your suit pockets everywhere.
Yeah. You know, and it's
What's wrong
not
with
like
that?
the last time he was charged with corruption charges, his trial ended in a hung jury. It was split. It was split. So the government decided not to retry the case, evidently because
So
they
he
already have
walked away,
evidence of
and
him
he-
doing it again.
And he got reelected.
Reelected.
And so
Well,
that
it is New
reelection
Jersey.
thing has got him thinking, well, I'm not going to step down.
Yeah.
For some people, it's you're innocent until proven guilty. For a whole bunch of us out here, it's you're guilty until you prove yourself innocent.
That's the way it is
And,
out here in this world.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, that's the way life works for all of us if we get arrested. You know, if we do
Well,
a crime.
look at the difference between the way Biden speaks about his accusation.
Yes.
Biden is not worried because he knows
No.
he's clean. He's clean. There's nothing. to
There's no
say.
evidence of anything.
Yeah,
But-
exactly. And he had a deal going on that happened to fall apart but it was a signed deal, and he was agreeing to it. I mean, he paid his taxes back. He paid the penalty and all the
Yeah.
rest
He had
of
a
that.
deal. He had a deal with prosecutors, but that wasn't enough
Exactly.
because that wasn't going to play into the narrative that the right Republican Party wants to push right now,
Of
and that is
course.
that we have to impeach Joe Biden no matter what. And that's the
Their agenda is don't look over here at what we're doing.
Yeah,
Look over here
look
at
over.
the chaos we're
Yeah,
creating.
they're
Yeah.
under revenge. That is their
Yes.
agenda. Listen to what Trump is talking about. He's not talking about justice. He's talking about getting revenge.
Revenge, baby,
Yeah.
and that's what it is.
Fingered him.
I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna come after you.
But he doesn't have an agenda as to what he's going to do for the American
Oh
people.
no, baby, that
And
was
that's what-
never the.
That's what voters
That
need
has
to
never
remember.
been part of his playbook.
His constituents don't need one.
No, no, they want revenge, baby.
They don't care.
No,
Republicans aren't interested in making government work. They're interested in destroying it, discrediting it, disfiguring it, selling it off to billionaires. That's
Yes.
what they're in.
well, when they're out of office, the Republican Party does one thing: they try to screw up this country as much as they can, and they're fixing to because what? We're 6 days away from a shutdown, so they can make things as bad as they can, so they can point at it, and go,
Here's a quick
"Look how terrible this is." That's it.
Trivia question, John.
What?
How many times has the government been shut down under Democrats?
None. How many times have been shut down under Republicans?
Every time.
Every time. 3 that I know of. This is a game that they play.
Right? They play. It's a brinksmanship game every year.
It's all about the
Because
thrift.
that's all they have is bribery, threats, cajoling, manipulation,
That's it.
lies. They
It
got
becomes-
nothing else. Literally
James
nothing
is
else.
right. It's about staying in power, baby. Has nothing to do with the American people anymore. And that's the part that we have input into. These are our lawmakers. Whether it be Menendez up in New Jersey, or Bobart, or it doesn't matter. Pick one.
Yeah.
This
I hear
this
the
is all
Republicans
our.
whining,
Huh?
oh, Biden hasn't done anything since he's been president. You know something?
What?
Biden's even my ass about some of that he's done. He was the one who made insulin affordable.
He did something
He was
today.
the one
Absolutely.
who
He
started
did something today.
to negotiate
Oh,
with
what was it?
Medicaid to allow them to negotiate with drug prices. He's doing it.
He did
I don't
something
agree
today.
with everything the man stands for, but he's doing it. Trump didn't do shit.
He's accomplished
not.
a lot in his presidency. I
The
keep
only
looking
thing-
on the headlines here. He did something today. Something Biden
The only
did
thing
today.
Trump did is he went to the Heritage Foundation playbook and did everything that was their bidding. The Koch brothers, the Heritage Foundation, and Vladimir Putin. He lined right up for that shit. Didn't do one single solitary thing for the American people.
Nothing.
Period.
But the
Nothing.
right, the maggot party out there eats him up. His polls are higher than
Yep.
the Republican
Oh, yeah.
Party than anybody else. It
Amazing.
Well,
tells you what
I
they.
don't agree with him, but he is the nominee. Fuck that bullshit. Vote for a criminal.
That's what they're going to do.
How about Snoop Dogg?
I don't know
Snoop
how.
Dogg coming in.
And
About Snoop.
it's ridiculous. You think we have people in this country with a brain, but there's a whole lot of people in this country that don't. That
Right.
don't know that they breathe, eat,
don't
and
even
fart.
think.
I guess that's it. I don't know. Sometimes I get frustrated.
Why right now?
Hey, let me make a quick shout out to Bob K, who came in with a $5 donation and said, "Do the state police stop out-of-state cars at the border to make sure you're not smuggling wokeness into Texas?" Why, as a matter of fact, they do, Bob. Pull you right
They
over
do,
and
watch
search your
out.
car up there for any wokeness that you might be trying to sneak into Texas. I swear. Thank
Well,
you,
I tell you,
Bob.
them
You're gonna
dudes
stop
out
My,
there,
pregnant
my
women
state's
at
got
the
a
border.
reputation.
All right, Captain Gittens, we're out of here. We're just about there, so we got to bolt. Love to everybody. Stay strong. Make a little donation, and we'll kill you. And we'll catch up with you next time.
Mitch, love you. Julie, take care of him for us, please.
Bye, John.
Love you, baby. Take care.
Later on.
All right.
Stay strong, Blue Dot.
You bet. Bye-bye, but I swear that guy's a kick in the
Boy.
butt.
Mitch and Julie, dedicated Blue Dots to the end, man.
Outstanding. Let me see. I just had a donation. Are you shitting me? JP Lee. James just came in with a $10 donation. It says, "Go UAW, go President Joe Biden, and hit the bong."
about
Oh, I
that?
knocked my bong over.
Biden's gonna get down there on the picket line.
Yes, he is. Yeah, he's a
Awesome.
union man. Good for him.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Good for him. All right, now.
And 38 more plants went on strike.
Y'all forgive me because you all know John's eyesight here. Who just came into the room?
RVWK.
RVW. I can't see shit. Nothing.
Hey, Rusty. How you doing this evening?
Uh-oh, you're not late? No.
Uh-oh. Might have a little problem with the Discord there.
Might have to bump out and come back in. Try it again, RV.
RV, I'm gonna bump you out. Let's see if we can't recycle it. I can't let it go by. Y'all see who's down there, and we just want to wish him the best down there. I just tickled to death every time I see that man pop in here. Anyway, we put another invite down there, and let's see if we can get RV back up here. Let's see. Aussie Dave.
Hello, how you going, people? Bernadette, Mitchy Chick, America.
Hi, Dave.
Hey, I'm a bit disgusted today.
Are you?
Wow,
you're in good company, buddy.
you know, we've got this vote going on over here about giving the Aboriginals a bigger voice in Parliament, etc. That yes/no thing.
Right.
They call it. We discussed it a couple of weeks ago. It's a referendum to improve the representation of the Indigenous people in our country.
Right.
And there's a bit of debate. The country's split whether like yes or no, because the country's not clear on what the true meaning of this policy is. We want the Aboriginals to have more rights and to be as equal as any other coloured person in the world in a diplomatic, normal country. But we're not sure, and there's confusion. But what my point is,
right.
On the news 2 nights ago, there was a protest in Melbourne, and it was a protest for the no vote, which is, to my taking, the no vote people are right wingers. They're the right side of politics. Well, these were extreme. But what pissed me off was that these right wingers had placards about no vaccination. This is not about a vaccination, this referendum.
Right.
No, what was it? Vaccination. As I said, guys, my head's still not working properly.
That's all right.
Okay.
But there was a couple of issues that were American-based and were originally started in America, like the anti-vax thing and all that sort of stuff. What pissed me off was I seen a fucking Trump flag flying in the crowd.
No. Oh.
Yes.
Even over there.
Yes.
It's like a disease.
Ozzy, I'm so sorry.
I am too, brother. I'm
so sorry that
apologizing
this
right
shit
off
is
the bat.
transferring down there to Australia. It just
Phyllis
we had a
Harrison, I like your
vaccine today.
comment, baby. We are indeed still fighting for
will
indigenous
try and
rights in
find
this country.
I will try and find that news post, and it's only a 2-minute clip. I will try and post it in the chat, and you'll see the Trump flag in the crowd, and you'll look at the crowd and you say, fuck, they're not much different than the MAGA nutters in America. They look the same, they talk the same. So these MAGA nutters are worldwide. And what Trump has done that makes me so angry, he's giving these worldwide MAGA nutters that we, over the years, through many wars and many deaths, have suppressed, and he has now reactivated and made those wars and those deaths useless.
Indeed.
And it butters my ass to think that, you know.
It is. That's who he played to during his whole term in office. Was to Vladimir Putin, to Kim Jong-un, to the dictators. Those are his people. He did his best to kick everybody in NATO in the shin. And Joe Biden came in and mended those fences and brought in 2 new nations and looking for a third, baby. You know, that what's really killing me here with this right-wing bullshit is the waning of support for Ukraine within the Republican Party in our House. This is bullshit. You know, this is Ukraine was obviously attacked, you know, to get the Nazis out. That's what Putin said, and ain't seen a single one yet. But this is indeed a fight that we're watching for the basic freedom for any nation, and we can't take a back seat to that shit. And it's going to cost. It's going to hurt. But the alternative to it, he gets Ukraine. He's going to eyeball Poland. He's going to look up there at the Baltic states. Where do you draw the line with that shit?
John, what happened in 1937 when Hitler took the Caucasus and the English said, and the other countries, not so much America, weren't involved, but they said, hang on a second, you know, that's not yours. Then they said, okay, look, just stop there, don't be naughty anymore.
Yeah,
then he took
don't do anymore. Yes, and he kept marching.
Poland. Yeah, he kept going. Right? This is the same with your guy.
It looks like the same dog and pony show to me. You know, and all of a sudden I see Republicans, the ones that are always been, gung-ho for freedom and all that shit, all of a sudden going, I don't know, we're going to have to pay so much for this. But that's okay. They're fixing to shut our own government down in 6 more days. Shut this shit down. And Donnie's that's what Donnie's advising them to do.
When Zelensky went to the UN last week and spoke with them, he brought up the idea that perhaps Russia should not be sitting on
the Security Council?
Yes, he
UN,
did, yes.
on the Security Council,
Yeah.
because they were not Russia when they were invited to sit on the
They were
Security
the
Council.
USSR.
And it's a really good point. I don't know if it's going to catch some teeth and them really take a look at that, because technically Russia should get kicked off the Security Council. It's a 5-member council, and their votes are what matters
There you go.
most. And they shouldn't, for the devastation that they've created since they've started this war, and that goes back to the invasion of Crimea. They've been in the wrong ever since. And perhaps the UN should take a look at their membership of the Security Council. And Zelensky had a real good point, and you know, I'm all down for at least investigating it.
Yeah.
The idea of kicking
what about
them
his
out.
point, Bernadette? What about his point when he said to Trump, and I believe he was directly addressing Trump, well, what's your plan to fix this in 24 hours that you so brag about? You know,
Trump already
he
told
called
him.
Trump out.
Trump has already said
Trump
that.
would hand Ukraine over in a
He said
heartbeat.
it a long time ago. He said he would do that. He would give Ukraine to Putin. He said that shit.
So that's his plan. James, jump in here anytime you want, brother. James, are you with us?
Hello?
Hello,
Working?
James.
Yeah, I had to switch phones.
That's no problem, buddy.
How y'all doing?
We're doing just fine. Trying to solve the problems of the world, you know?
Easy peasy.
He's playing this court of public opinion, doesn't he, James? I mean, this is what pisses me off. He's using your social media, and your commercial media as a weapon, and yet your media people are allowing it to happen. Thank God for people like.
But don't think that the people of America don't know that this is happening.
Yeah.
You know, I was looking at a video from Midas Touch earlier today. I want to say it was about the Colorado case of kicking him off the ballot. That particular case, which is okay, John, be prepared.
Okay.
Which is coming to a court in Colorado next week. Okay, that particular case, Ben Midas was asking, "Hey, if you're a Republican, give a shout out. Do you vote for the Republican Party? Put that in the chat. So my curious little ass went down there and looked at the chat, and I swear to God, like 98% of the chat said, I'm Republican and I will never vote for them again, ever, because of Trump. Because of Trump. So
I think they're voting party and not politics.
Are waking up, regardless of the fact that the media, who takes their money from corporations.
Yeah, I wouldn't believe the polls that you're seeing now, especially, you know, and I'll call them out.
Yeah.
The one I'm seeing on CNN where they're just necking it. Fuck you, get out here. You're trying to sell news. That's what I think. I look at that shit and say, you know, and they keep highlighting, oh, look, Trump's got 49, 50, 58% of the Republican Party has dwindled. A lot of people have left that shit. What you're seeing is the base, 46% of what? You know, and I don't believe this bullshit that they're trying to push right now that it's an even poll across between Trump and Biden. I'm sorry, let me get this out of my mouth because this is distracting as shit over here. I want to thank Dr. T. Rock in the house, came in with a $50 donation and said, here's to wiping with Trump flags and stomping on fascism worldwide. Dr. T. Rock, thank you very much. I'm glad to see you. I haven't seen you in a little while. I'm tickled to death to see you. As a matter of fact, you were talked about because I just got some new salve, and the last person to send me a whole bunch of stuff for my muscles was T. Rock. So yeah, we have a long memory in this house, baby.
Yes.
I want to make a point clear to MAGA people out there as well that there's not many country leaders, assuming Donald Trump was president, there's not many country, if any, leaders would want to deal with him or will want to invite him to their country or will visit
I know a few.
Your country.
I know a few.
Yeah.
And Putin would be the first one. You know.
This time I think Putin would get an invitation to
Don't
the
think
White
that
House.
the Russians aren't going to be involved in this election either. They will be. You know, this election coming up, this is going to be a hard one, baby, because we already know the outcome of this thing. If he is on the ballot, he is going to win. No ifs, ands, or buts. We don't even have to go to the damn polls and vote. We could just declare that Trump is supposed to be the winner. Because that's the game they're going to play.
I'm not giving up that easy.
I'm
John,
not either.
because I think that there's more of us than there are of them.
There are a whole lot of us.
What.
More of us than them, but only if we get our asses out and vote, baby. The only one that makes a difference, and we need to make a difference.
I think
we are motivated.
Have a real motivation to get out and vote.
Yes, we do.
It is 91 damn felony charges against a former president that wants to suck our country back down his toilet-ass drain. Are we going to let that happen?
No, we're not,
because
baby.
I'm not about that shit.
Me neither, baby. I don't think anybody out here is.
91 indictments. There's more to come, I can guarantee you that, guys. Because there is so much evidence coming to light every day, and now Jack Smith has got his DMs. He's got Trump's messages.
The reason why I was watching that Midas Touch video today was because
they put out a lot of good stuff.
Colorado. Hang on, check this out, John. The court case in Colorado, the judge sitting on that case, her name is Sarah B. Wallace. She has issued a gag order with teeth on Trump and his lawyers and their surrogants. Say something, and I will do whatever the law has allowed me to do to stop
Which case, Bernadette? Which case was this one?
This is the case being brought up in Colorado regarding the 14th Amendment, Section 3, and banning his ass off the damn ballot.
Yes, Colorado was the first one.
The judge,
go ahead.
Go on, mate. No, I was going to say that judge has set a good example for fucking Judge Cannon. Wake up, bitch, because you're going to cost America.
There are several states considering challenging him on the ballot.
Judge Cannon is going to rule in his favor every chance she can. But understand me,
until
her narrow ass is underneath a microscope, and they are watching her tooth and comb.
I'm
Okay.
sure she's trying to
However,
exactly.
she's trying to give him all the
She-
credit she can, but she has to stay within the law, or she's going to be smacked. The
Judge-
case will be taken from her.
Ken up in D.C., who's far more experienced, also has a proposal of a gag order sitting in front of her. Let's see what she's going to do, because she has the right to put out the same kind of gag order with teeth that is enforceable should that fucker want to break the law, which would be violating the gag order.
It's like she's
And
saying,
you
"Go ahead,
know-
make my day."
You know, she'd do it, okay? She would do it, and I want to see it happen, because I know he can't keep his mouth shut, and he's not going to. And neither can any of the people around him.
No, but one by one, we're seeing more and more people flip on his ass. We've seen 2 here lately. You know, when push comes
Yeah,
to
they are
shove and
flipping.
everybody's up
You know-
against the wall, you know, things are going to move.
These 18 co-defendants, they all got one thing in common. They all say one thing. It's Trump's fault. It wasn't me. Trump told me to do it.
Yeah, that's what
They're
they're all saying.
saying it.
Well, you know what? Every last single one of them had the opportunity to flip before this indictment came out. And they still have the
course.
opportunity to flip.
And I think some of them may still yet.
I think.
But it's not just them. It's the
Jenna
ones writing the books, Bernadette.
Jenna Michaels
It's the
is
ones
still
writing the
flying
books.
like a fucking dead fish out of water.
Hey, don't
Bernadette, what?
don't
Sorry,
forget
James,
these
go on.
people. These people are all under, whether you're a judge or a prosecutor or a witness or whoever, they're all under tremendous pressure because of these fucking nuts out here. They're going to be after them, and they're going to be after the
Absolutely.
fucking family and everything else. Don't underestimate these people.
That's
they
what
are under
it's
a lot of
turned
pressure.
to in this country.
He's been raising this army ever since before
I
he
know.
got out. Before he got out of office, he's been
We
raising
still
this army.
know-
I don't underestimate the maggots. Okay?
We
I
still
don't.
don't know. We still don't know, after all this time, who planted the pipe bombs on J6, and who disarmed the alarm buttons in the sender's offices on J6, and who stood down all the other reinforcement officers that were the National Guard. There was only a certain percentage on duty compared to normal. They were told not
There
to.
were a lot
they
of
weren't
things
to
that
carry-
went wrong that
Understand
day that
something.
weren't wrong
The
by
We
the
don't even
state.
do all this shit.
The National Guard was under the President of the United States in D.C.
And remember the documentary that was being made at the same time when Nancy Pelosi's in the office with a pile of other people where they're hiding, and the doco maker's got the camera on her, and she's ringing around to the mayor and the governor trying to get help.
She is trying to get help from everywhere, except for
That
one
was
guy
her
that won't
daughter?
send it. Yes, that
It
was her
her
daughter,
daughter who was making the documentary. It was her
who
daughter.
is a
I don't know.
filmmaker. Her daughter is a filmmaker, and she
Yes,
was
she
making
is.
a documentary.
And they're accusing her of doing nothing, yet she's panicking, stressing, ringing people, trying to get help to calm these people. And then I hear and see on frickin' MSNBC and that they're saying, well, Nancy Pelosi had control of the security. She could have got the.
That's
she's trying
Donnie's
her
line.
hardest,
That's
mate.
Donnie's
She's
line straight from the
No.
interview they did with Donnie. When Donnie was saying, well, why didn't Nancy
Exactly.
Pelosi call the National Guard? She could have called it right there. No, asshole, it was your job. Nancy
Nope.
Pelosi, it was well documented what she was trying to do. And that was exactly to
And-
get help in there. The one guy,
And
what
the
was
National
Donnie
Guard
doing
in
during this time?
D.C.
Oh,
under
yeah,
the
stuffing
President
his
of the
face
United States.
with chicken.
He was in the dining room
Yes.
watching TV.
Yeah,
he was
watching TV,
gloating
having a
at
hamburger, you know.
how he could
You'll
hear
get- you'll
them
get around to
outside
something
his
pretty soon.
window, and he was, giving himself accolades because his people who was marching on the Capitol and getting ready to burn it down.
That's what I mean when
It was joyful noises to his demented fucking ears.
when we see the January 6th charges come against Jack Smith go again, it's like Jack Smith could call each one of us up to the stand because we are all witness to what happened that day.
Absolutely.
If you weren't there, you were watching, you
Yeah.
were glued to your TV. We all saw
And
what
we're
happened. We all
victims,
saw
John.
who did
He
what.
tried to
We're
steal our
all
vote. He
victims.
tried to steal our vote.
That's it.
Yes.
That's it. And that's what pisses me off is we still have what it's. I keep forgetting the number of congressmen that voted no on the election. It's 175, I think, or 100, somewhere around that.
No, it wasn't quite that high.
More like 147.
147. I keep getting numbers
Something
mixed
like
up in my head. That's probably because Mark Perkins came in the room and gave a $20 donation and said, "Meow, cat food for the cat repair fund." John, Mark, I got a message from Mark today on the phone there. John, are you still keeping up with trying to keep cats? I wrote back to him. That's funny, Mark. That's real funny. No. Are you shitting me? I got them all around my feet every day. I go out there to make a video. I got cats. I can't rock in my rocking. I'm afraid I'm going to hit a tail or something. It's on the list of serious things to do around here, though. I did contact that TNR place that Miss Chick got me in touch with. Was it Miss Chick or Beverly? Oh, shit.
Might have been BW, might have been me. I don't remember.
It
I'm waiting on a response from them, but no, I have brand new kittens out on the porch now, so you know. The catastrophe continues. Every one of them is loved. Every one of them is taken care of. But yep, I couldn't name them all if I had to. I mean, none of them have names. There's only a couple of them have names. The rest
Well,
of
what
them
do you
are all-
call? What do you name them? Name them all the was it 19 defendants?
Oh, that's not
Those
a bad
being
idea.
indicted.
That's not a bad idea. Come here,
Yeah.
witness number one. Have some
Rudy,
kibble. Talk your brains out.
and by the way, John, your cat donations were given to you by Pauline Hall, Blue Dot, in Texas.
Did I miss something? I'm sorry.
No, she's the one that sent the cat food.
Oh,
and
the
and
200 pounds
for
ago. Oh, yes,
the
Paul.
TRD. Yeah.
Yes. I'm still going through that too, baby. Are you shitting me?
Yes.
Every time I feed them cats, I think of her. Yes. That was a hell of a donation. 200. When was the last time somebody showed up at your door with 200 pounds of cat food? Shit.
Yeah, not ever happened.
He
Ever,
did
ever.
that.
You know something, guys? What really annoys me is we've got these people that we admire at the moment, like General Milley and Cassie Hutchinson, who both have books come out or coming out, and who are now doing what the other mongrels have done. And I'm not saying they're mongrels. I mean that they are patriots. They told the truth at the hearings, and they restricted. Milley stood Trump down and didn't do what Trump wanted to do. He defended the rights of American people because Trump wanted to shoot you in the legs. You know,
Right, Jay.
get out there and protest. He wanted Milley to shoot you in the legs. But I've got to say they've both got books out, but now all of a sudden there's new revelations coming out.
Isn't that the way it always is?
Cassie
Under the
Hutchinson.
books, yeah.
Yeah, when the book
Cassie
comes
Hutchinson
out, then you
always
find out all
bundled.
the other shit.
Cassidy Hutchinson has cooperated with Jack Smith and the January 6th committee. And so this might have been information that she had already given to them, and they didn't disclose in either of their revealings of whether it was
Fair enough,
through
yep.
hearings
Yeah.
or through the indictments. So, you know, she has a right to tell her story. I think she did the right thing. Michael Cohen, his former attorney that went to prison for his ass for, buying prostitutes for him, he did the right thing. And did they work with this man? Yes, they did. Were they corrupt like him? No, I don't think so.
John,
What about
they'll
Milley?
probably-
I think so.
They'll probably ban those books.
General
down.
Milley, the man spent 40 years in the service. I don't think he's Republican or Democrat or got a bone going either way. I
Oh,
think
no,
he was
he's
doing
not.
his job.
I think Milley has
He
a lot to be
protected the
proud of. The
Americans.
one thing that Milley said that piques my interest is he came out and said that in his opinion that Iran was within weeks of having enough nuclear material to build a bomb. Oh, there's a little nugget for you. Throw that out there.
Don't forget that
Yeah.
Obama, wait a second,
Yes.
John, because Obama had a deal with Iran.
Oh, but what happened to that deal?
Uh,
What happened to that deal?
yeah, Trump trashed
He
it.
got trumped. He got trumped.
Yeah.
It did get trumped. It got walked all over. He threw it out the fucking window.
Yep. Because of an Obama deal.
Because he wanted to go in there and start blasting generals, which he did. Remember?
He wants
right
to build a
before
Trump
the airplane
Tower.
crashed over there in Iran.
Same way he wants to
brought
do in
down
Moscow.
And yeah, exactly. You
That's
know,
what he
because
wants.
he's big strong man and he's going to show he could take out anybody's generals. Yeah, he did. He did that.
It's just, it's sad.
You
Yeah,
know,
and they're starting a fucking war with Iran.
I loved a
Maybe
little
I'm
clip
afraid
on,
that day is coming someday.
on the Midas Touch, and it said the interviewer walked up to a MAGA nut and said, the MAGA person had a sign at the front of their feet, and he said to her, and the sign said pro-life and God gave you a name, meaning when you're in the womb, God has already given you a name. And this reporter walked up to this woman and said, are you pro-life? Yes, most certainly, you know. You can't do this and you can't kill babies. God put that baby there and it's God's person, blah, blah, blah. It's murder. And he said to her, well, didn't God kill all the firstborn sons?
All of them.
And she says, her answer was, I'm done, and she walked away.
She walked away. Yeah, I love it when Midas Touch. There's the good liars. There's Media Matters.
Yes.
These are, you know, they really go digging deep, and you watch them, you get a lot of information. God dog it, there goes a brain fart.
The woman was dumbfounded. I mean,
about
this is not just the only one.
Killing him firstborn. Yeah, let's don't forget about that flood thing either, because he killed everybody on the earth. Everybody. Sodom and Gomorrah. Look at there. There's bad. Look at there. Really? The only people on earth were just in those two cities? No, he's going to wipe out. Yeah, that pro-life shit only goes so far with me when it's made in that respect. The Republicans, in my opinion, are pro-life right up to the time they're born and have a life, and then no, not so much. They just pull yourself up by your diaper, buckle your seatbelt, your seatbelt, and get a job. It's pitiful how they, it's all about the unborn child and nothing about those that are in need.
And that pro-life thing, it just became a thing not that many years ago during one of those elections or something. I don't know. The Republican Party brought it up. It wasn't even a thing, and then all of a sudden they made it a thing. Michael
Johnson came in with a good question. He came in with a $2 donation. Thank you, KY, and said, "What happened when the rapture comes? Fuck Trump, fuck Abbott, fuck DeSantis, and fuck Sporkfoot." Gotta read it. The rapture. He's gonna kill everybody. If you don't believe, everybody's dying. So much for that pro-life shit. Yeah, it's I don't know. The sanctity of life should matter to everybody. But until you're born, that it's this is the woman's right to control her own body. I don't know how we can even debate that. That's her body.
Well, they're so extreme, John. They're making it.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry, they're making it sound like every Democrat is for at 9 months.
And after, if you listen to Donnie Boy, it's 9 months and even after birth. He keeps saying that.
They're trying to demonize it. But there are so many reasons for abortion. I mean, and no woman goes out there to have a good time and says, "Well, if I get pregnant, I'll just have an abortion," because it's not a fucking pleasant thing for a woman to go through.
One of the easiest places in the West world where women get abortions? Israel. Not a problem, baby. Need an abortion? Not a problem. Try it right out there and get it.
But John, how many women out there do you think want to have an abortion?
None.
Or don't mind having an abortion?
None. There's no woman wanting an abortion.
It's
These
like
are
you and I
heart-wrenching
going to the doctor
decisions.
and saying, it's like having your genitals cut off. It's really
you
bad
see any
for
great
women.
laws? You put the burden on a woman to have a child, but you no problem having that guy that got her pregnant just walks out the door and down the road. That's
Yeah,
not a
Well,
yeah.
problem.
first of all,
That's don't cut his nuts off.
abortion is not just about getting rid of a child. It is women's health
It's
care.
about their life.
Y'all have no idea that so many women, and especially in this country, it is still a thing, die during childbirth.
Yes.
Exactly.
The numbers are astounding, especially
If you break
amongst
it down
people of
by
color.
by race, you'll find
Yes,
another little fact.
especially amongst people of color.
Yes,
The numbers
drastically
for a
higher.
first world country, it's astounding how many women die from giving birth. It is
And those
not
numbers
just
are going to
about
go up because of
killing
these
a
policies.
baby. It is about a woman's health care.
Yeah, the
And
Republican Party, they have
there are more reasons to having an abortion than just killing a baby. Endometriosis is one of the most painful diseases, or
Right now there are laws in this country that even if you're
disease,
the
because
baby,
I don't have a name for it right now. But endometriosis is one of the most painful things that a woman can suffer while she's in her childbearing years, and it's like having an abortion every fucking month. For those of y'all who don't have periods, just a little information out there, just a little bit of information, because women's health care is far more than about abortions.
And if you don't have a uterus, you shouldn't be making decisions
there you
about
go.
Exactly.
There you go. If you ain't got a
Exactly.
uterus, shut your mouth.
For a person
You don't have
who
much
does
to put
have
it.
one.
It is. It's almost like a ridiculous conversation that we have in this country, and it continues on for decades and decades and decades, and it's gotten nothing but worse.
But they try to oversimplify abortion, and there's
use it
nothing
as a
simple
weapon.
about it.
It's
There's
the
nothing simple about it.
Yeah,
That
James,
was
here's
the
the deal,
point.
baby. There's two things easy to sell: patriotism and the life of a baby. Come on, man.
There
All you have to
go.
do
There
is
you
wave
go.
a flag, and hold up. Look at the babies, save the. It's an easy sell to people who give a outstanding that
I
I'm
understand.
sorry. Yeah,
It's an easy sell. Easy sell. Go on. It's an easy sell.
it's an easy
just-
sell to to
more.
morons. I say it all the time. All you have to do is to these idiots is wave an American flag. Oh, America, baby! I love America and all this shit. Yeah, you don't delve into what's good for the American people or what's good for your neighbor or the people of America. No, you're all ate up with your personal freedoms. Your right to own a gun. Your right to call anybody any name you want. Whatever it is that you think your personal freedoms. Your personal freedoms come within the freedoms of us all. That's where your personal freedoms come from. Anyway.
The issue is not just black and white. There's a whole lot of gray in there.
Oh, baby.
A whole lot of gray.
Whole lot of gray. Let me thank D.C. Guthrie, who came in with a $2 donation and said, hello from Houston. All right, homeboy D.C., thank you for coming in. And Sandy I can't. Go ahead, say my name. Go ahead, get a microphone in front of you, put a camera on, and just say my name without ever seeing it before. Anyway, Sandy McParson came in with a $20 donation, and I am terribly sorry, Sandy, for screwing up your name.
Why did you?
And Vanderdoth came in with $5, said abortion is about money. Young girls being made slaves, 18 years of working a dead-end job. But hey, pro-life, it is. It's pitiful. Thank you, DC. Thank you, Sandy. And thank you, Fandra. Y'all are testing my tongue, aren't you? Vandradarth. I appreciate that tremendously. The only reason we can stay on the air is these donations. I swear, it's what helping me.
Can I give a shout out?
Well, give a shout.
Shout out to all the new Blue Dot family members coming into the Blue Room tonight and joining in the conversation, and just want to recognize you guys and let you know we see you, family.
Indeed. And as a matter of fact, that's been a topic of conversation around the Blue Dot family. First off, let me thank Brandy Carty. Hey, I got that one a little bit better. Brandy Carty for coming in with a $5 donation. Brandy, thank you. It is indeed the conversation been around here. The new Blue Dots that we have coming into the family, into the chat, and it we went up in just a couple of days. I know 6,000 followers on YouTube and on Facebook and on TikTok and all that. We had numbers that went up, and that's all. Y'all are being so kind.
I think America is concerned.
We are.
I think America is concerned.
We are.
America is concerned, but don't think that we're asleep at the wheel because we see what the fuck is going on.
And let me thank Michael Wright, who came in with a $10 donation and said, hello from Maryland, and thank you for speaking the truth. Michael, welcome to the family, and thank you very much. This is, to those new people.
You're welcome to come and join us and use your voice, get on the show. We are one of the most unique channels on YouTube. We want our family members to come and use your voice.
Yes.
You could go over to www.abluedotintexas.com/Discord, download Discord, follow the links, come on in and join the crowd.
Thank Brendan, thank you.
That's a fact.
It's this family
I think
that makes this.
This show inspired. I think this show inspired David Packman to use a similar format on Discord.
Right on.
Because I joined nearly 7 years ago. We were talking about how Trump's going to destroy the country 7 years ago, and guys, it is freaking almost 7 years.
Yes,
it's almost 7 years we've been on the air. Kelly Clark, you're not trying to join, baby. You're in the chat. You're already here, baby. You're already here.
But we've kept each other sane. We've kept each other sane, I think.
And this family has moved through so much.
Because we're family.
And we treat
each other.
For those
that don't know who you're listening to is our brother Ozzy Dave down in Australia. He has been a part of this family for a long time. His outside opinion of what they see, how America is valuable to us. We have lots of Blue Dots all over the world.
Hank up in the Netherlands. Yes.
They share their voices with us.
We have a lot of voices in Canada.
Yep. In the Netherlands.
Worldwide.
Worldwide. Absolutely. Absolutely.
You know why?
Because
it's a worldwide family of humanity. That we see what's going on around the world. All of us, whether you live here in the States, in Canada, in Japan, and it doesn't matter where you're from. Nowadays, we all have to be concerned because of the way the world is going. And if we let people like Putin take Ukraine, if we let people like Trump back in our house, then the world is going to be a more dangerous place. And there's those people around the world that are concerned, and I'm one of them. Mark Milley, like I said, says within weeks, Iran could have enough nuclear material to make a bomb. They get a nuclear weapon, it's going to change the world dynamic.
Was that since Trump tore up the agreement Obama had, or did they have this nuclear capability prior to Trump tearing it up? What I'm saying is this nuclear power they had because of Trump?
It stepped it up. Their ability to produce nuclear material stepped up when Trump, throughout the Obama deal. We had a deal with Iran, but Trump didn't like it. And I have to really question his motivation, seeing how his relationship with despots around the world, meaning Putin and Kim Jong-un especially, why would he not look at Iran the same way he's looking at Russia, baby? As somewhere to cash in. Trump never give two shits for this country.
And let's not forget that his son-in-law, Jared.
Oh, they got $2 billion from Saudi Arabia when he walked out the door.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
The billionaire
also had a running relationship with Netanyahu, and Iran was building the nuclear wars specifically to aim at Israel.
Yes.
And so to take that off the table, yeah, Trump got rid of that whole fucking deal because it was almost getting ready to happen, and he waltzes in and chucks the whole damn thing, and now we're back to square one with Iran again.
Yep.
You know, Eisenhower said back years ago, when the military-industrial complex was up and going, he said, you must keep control of this because it could be a danger, it could be overpowerful.
It is the most dangerous thing in our life.
It has happened.
It has
And when
happened.
when you have a civilian president who is head of the military operations in a country like what we have, okay, and he has an ego that's the size of I don't know, his own ass, okay, it can get out of control because, and this man did get out of control. He wanted to use the military on our own people right there in Washington, D.C.
Not a problem.
Yep.
Not a problem.
Millie even said that. Millie said that. That's a fact. Can't we shoot them in the leg?
Yep.
This
Hello,
man is
Joe.
out of control, and he wants.
Did you hear the disgusting shit?
Yes,
The disgusting shit about the poor soldier that was injured and he was singing and he went up and made a false hug on the soldier and told Millie, don't you ever bring someone like that along again.
He
Remember
didn't
that?
want anybody that was disabled on his set, around him.
He didn't.
People don't want to see that.
Really?
You know, people
wanna-
don't want to see that.
Yeah.
Hillary had it right when she called him a
Yes.
basket full of deplorables. They have lived up to and above
They
that
are
name,
proud
okay?
of that title. Let me send out a couple of quick thank yous to Nicole W., who came in with a $10 donation and said, been watching you guys for about a week and can't believe I just now finding you guys after 7 years on. Keep up the great work. Nicole, welcome to the family, baby. We was waiting on you.
Press a thumbs up, people. The thumbs up help.
If you go back and look at the video, Nicole, from, I don't know, 5-6 years ago, you'll probably see what I was in there talking about. Well, has anybody seen Nicole yet? And so we're just tickled to death you got here, baby. Welcome to the family. And Michael Johnson, our own
We've been
KY,
waiting for you.
came in with $2 and said, diversity and humanity is who the... That's right. Diversity and humanity is what the Blue Dots are. Fuck Trump. It's a thing. I like to think that we are an inclusive group. Not all of us are going to agree on everything that we talk about. I'm sure I've said shit. People go, what? Wait a minute. But we all know the general direction this country needs to go into, and I think everybody in this group has a heart, as corny as it sounds, that is patriotic. That you do give a shit about your country, and that you do give a shit about your fellow man. And that this government that we have should work for us and not make wealthy people that can stick $500,000 in a coat pocket.
I know somebody that wants to work for us and is patriotic.
Who is that?
Yeah, me too.
Blue. Ty Pinkins.
Ty Pinkins. Do you mean this Ty Pinkins? Wait a minute. Where's my thing? It is.
Oh, man.
Anybody, these are our 2 for Blues for all our new Blue Dots. And indeed, Miss Chick knows this guy hit the button with me. Ty Pinkin, he's running for Senate down in Mississippi. This is his home territory. This is where he grew up. This is where he was raised before he went in the military, before he earned the Bronze Star, and then decided to come home and help lift his people up. I am just so impressed with this guy. If you have a couple of extra dollars, this is our 2 for Blue campaign. You can send it to typinkins.com. I can't read. And give him a donation, because this is how we do it. And especially, as I say all the time, if you are in a blue state, if you're in a blue district, if you're comfortable with your representation, then turn your donations into a red state, baby, where Democrats are trying to make inroads for all of us. And that's how we do it. Same way with Ruben Gallego. He's trying to take a Christian sentiment. She walked out of her job. She don't want to be a Democrat anymore. Just fine. That's fine. Don't let her come back in the club, baby. She's gone.
That's right.
Send her home. Send her home. Send her packing. I hear that voice.
Yeah, no.
Hello, Joe.
How you doing, John?
I'm doing just fine.
But you know who you forgot to start with, John?
Yes, I do. I did. Right there.
My fault.
That's okay.
Get her done.
Our own Aaron Trombley, and especially for two new Blue Dots, Bernadette, you do this. You're good at this.
Erin is our own Blue Dot. She is running for town clerk up in her little town of Moreau in upstate New York. She is an awesome young lady. She is a Blue Dot, has been for years, and we support her with 2 for Blue. And
100%, baby. We cannot get behind Erin enough.
100%. She is one of us guys, and we need to send her some money because her little campaign, which is important in her area, Erin has some outstanding ideals for helping homeless people in her area. The woman is amazing. She's got a lot of energy. She's just cute as a button. And we love us some Erin and 2 for Blue Erin. Run, Erin, run. That's right, BW. Run, Erin, run.
Run, Erin, run. And that's what it's about, because we always say that politics starts from dog catcher up to president, baby. It's all in your backyard. Yep. We all go vote the same way for every election, whether it be town council, town clerk, or president of the United States. We all go to our local polling place, and that's where we do the business, baby. And Erin is one that stepped up and decided this. After she was blue, she was in this family before she ran the first time, and she was inspired by this family and the discussion going around this table.
We hope to get Erin on the air here so she talk about what she has plans for her town. Another person I'd like to 2 for Blue tonight would be Adam Frisch, replacing Bobo the Clown in the 3rd District of Colorado.
Please, see, if there's a God, all right, here's a good way to show me. Especially with the recent news. Are you shitting me? This should be a no-brainer.
And this is a no-brainer.
It is a no-brainer.
The one who's got no brain needs to go.
Do you want somebody to represent the people, or do you want somebody giving something in a movie there? Anyway,
handy job.
Handy job. Yeah, that's what it was, a handy job. So we also
she's out there blaming. She's out there saying she was set up by that guy.
Yeah, that's what it was, a setup. Yeah.
Okay, she was set up. Whatever. The cameras caught her. Busted.
Yeah, show me where the setup was in that video, because I'd love to see it.
You still got it.
He was setting up on his lap.
What was it in his crotch that she was reaching for? I'm just saying, did she drop something? The popcorn.
What bothers me is that her own Republican Party have not censored her for conduct on the.
No, they have not.
They're too worried about John Fetterman's friggin' hoodie. Come on.
Hey, don't have none of that on the floor here, coming in there with a hoodie on like that shit. We have decorum in this house. We'll have some integrity in here. What, Bobart? No, I don't want to talk about her.
And I just want to tell all the listeners that if you're over on Discord, we have a 2 for Blue category over there where if you have somebody that we don't know about that's not on the list, you can go over there, dump their name. We'll do all the research. We'll find their websites. We'll 2 for Blue them. We'll check out their story and get them up in here. So that's something that you can participate in over in Discord and pick somebody in your area. If we don't know about them, we'll get them out here. We'll get their name out here. $2, a bottle of water, a candy bar. Half a
That's
cup
all
of
it
coffee.
takes, baby. And if there's enough,
we all can afford $2.
We can make a difference. We can.
Yes.
So that's what the whole push behind the 2 for Blue program is to try to get participation to support the candidates that we want and need elected in this nation, because everybody needs a little help. What's that, Dave?
And we have a lot more. We do have a lot more 2 for Blues coming up here shortly. We're just waiting for our technician.
Well, let me put a public notice out there on that note. One, we're within a week of the con that Travis has busted his ass on, so all that's going to be over here in about a week. He'll be able to spend a little more time on my stuff. And the other note is, we don't know what happened, but we're sure going to try to find out. For the last 4 days, my internet speed has rocketed. When I go to upload one of my videos, when I used to have to sit there and wait forever for one to upload to YouTube or something, now it's like I hit the button and it's like zip. Boy, howdy shit.
And then just
something's going on, John.
I know it.
Something's going on. All of a sudden, you
my cell phone signal still sucks.
It's called Infrastructure by
Infrastructure.
Dark
I'm
Brandon.
hoping, we were supposed to get some upgrades to our internet system. We've been on the list for a long time, so I don't know. I thought they was going to have to come out in the house, put an antenna up or something, do something. I don't know what they
Maybe
did, but
not.
all of a sudden my internet
That
service.
Dark Brandon, he moves in mysterious ways.
Mysterious ways.
Hey,
Well, I'm glad he
maybe-
moved through here.
hey,
What that does is might allow
maybe,
me. What?
Maybe Johnny Fly's out there giving you.
Maybe
extra
so.
Hey,
Maybe so.
Hey,
Maybe
you
Johnny
know
Fly got up there and said, "Hey, wait a minute. Y'all forgot to
Well
throw this
done.
switch," and hit that switch. That's a good
Well
story, and we're
done.
sticking to it. I like that.
Yeah,
Indeed.
yeah.
I
Now I
spoke
want to
about
give a
him
call
today.
out. I just want to say I want to give a quick call out. I don't want to deflect from John I Fly because
No,
he's
go ahead.
he's one of the foundation members of this,
He
group.
is a sorely missed individual in this family.
But I want to say thank you, Taylor Swift, and all her fans that are
Indeed.
signing up.
Did you see that shit? Oh, yeah. Tell me they're not involved. Tell me they're not listening. They are, baby.
Yeah.
They know. I think they know the youth of this country. When I say youth,
I got some numbers on that, John.
What do you have, Miss Chick?
Well, she sent an Instagram message out on Get the Vote Out Day, and 272 million followers got that Instagram message. And they said on that day, after she did that Instagram, 157,041 people visited the site.
Outstanding.
Awesome.
Outstanding.
Yep. Making it the largest registration voter day since 2020,
Nice.
which meant
Look at what they've been
72%
saying.
increase in 18-year-old registereds compared to 2019, and 115% increase in that same age group compared to 2020.
Well, there you go.
I
The
don't
young
think
ones
that's.
do not want to
I like
live
those
under.
I love this.
Young
The young
people are
ones
going to
don't want
vote.
to live
They
under
don't
Trump.
do polls. They
No.
don't do polls.
Mm-mm.
No, that's the best poll. How many people are
Yeah, they don't do
registered
polls.
to vote? That's
Yep.
There's a poll for you. How many?
how,
And think about it. What they've lived through in the last 10 years. To think of the school shootings. Think of things that have affected their lives. That's a lot for them to stand up and go, yeah, we're going to
Yeah.
be involved.
Yeah.
We want a
You
voice
know,
in this shit.
You have some kids that not only went
We
through
win,
school
Brendan.
shootings in elementary school, but have gone through it in college too. Come on,
Yep.
y'all.
And
Hey,
they
speaking
Come
have
of
on.
some that
polls,
are old enough that they're
believe me.
getting involved.
Yes, and thank
but
goodness.
speaking of polls,
And
the best
They've
poll
been
you can
taught.
Best
the best
poll?
poll you can go by, the best poll you can go by right now is these special elections we've been having, and Democrats have been slaying it.
I mean, we
Look,
need.
the
Let's don't
only
get
poll that
overconfident with
matters
this
is
shit.
the one that happens in November 2024.
This is going to be. We
It's
have.
the only poll that's going to matter.
It's
But
not just
these-
the White House. We have to worry about the Senate and the House.
Yes.
The
Let's
Senate
not
we
forget-
only hold by 2 votes. That's
But
not.
these
Right,
special
John, but
elections,
don't
they
forget
they
our
show you
state
where
stuff.
What's that?
We have governors coming up for election. We have
Yeah, there are a
lieutenant
lot of
governors.
governors out
We have
there.
attorney generals.
Indeed.
You got Secretary of State.
Secretary
Oh,
of State.
You just
Secretary
want
And
to
think
tell us,
about
didn't you?
that.
Hang on, y'all. Secretary of States are very important seats in the state government. They
They
are
control the
people
vote.
who oversee the voting
Indeed.
in your state. Pay
Yes.
attention.
In particular, Missouri, Montana, North Carolina, Oregon, Vermont, Washington, and West Virginia are re-electing Secretary of States in the next
All right.
There you go.
cycle.
There you go.
I feel that what's
And,
happening here is that in this maybe the last 3 months, I've noticed a big peak in pushback from the public, which is so encouraging. The people are registering to vote. The celebrities are doing the right thing. A lot of these celebrities, they kept their mouths shut because they got to do live shows and sell movies. So if they pick a side, they could lose half their audience. Well, now they're not. Now they're speaking up because the momentum is flowing the Democratic way. The momentum
And I think
is
it's going to
shifted.
continue with the news that continues to come out of right-wing nut job society world.
Correct. Correct.
The more bullshit that you hear out of that, There's only so much that, even stupid can handle. Bubba's pretty dumb. But at a certain point, even Bubba's going to have to recognize, well, shit, they kind of got him by the huevos. Yeah, they do, Bubba.
Would you want to be ruled by Matt Gaetz, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Jim Jordan, and
I'm embarrassed they're in my government. That they go up to my house and sit in my house. I'm embarrassed by their presence in there. Because it diminishes the integrity of the house as a whole. And we can't afford to lose much more of that shit. Because now we're seeing it right here, like I said.
Look cheap.
Huh?
Makes your government look like it's full of kids that are trying to run the thing. They don't know what they're doing. There's no experience, no life experience.
The thing is, Aussie, on the Republican side, they do know what they're doing. They are using nothing but cultural and social issues to scream and holler, and they have nothing. They have nothing. No evidence of anything to impeachment on. They got barely any of evidence going up against Hunter Biden in the gun charge, where he's just going to say not guilty and then let them prove he was on drugs. Yeah, it's a bunch of bullshit games that they play. And now, like I said, with Menendez, Senator Menendez getting caught with all this, you the right is going to go screaming.
Yeah, if they force Menendez out, we're down to one vote in the House. Now.
Yeah, one vote in the Senate.
I mean, in the Senate. In the Senate.
Now, if he were to step down and resign, the governor of the state, which is a Democrat, could select somebody to fill his seat until the 24 election, which is what should happen.
That takes time, John. That also takes time.
I think that could go pretty quick, an appointment by the governor to fill it. I don't know. You have to check with New Jersey law. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, sometimes they don't appoint. Sometimes there has to be an election.
I think I heard that they ought to do that. The governor would do that. I'm not sure. I'm not going to put that in stone because I'm not positive, but I think I heard that the governor would have that opportunity to replace him. But again, if he decides to run in 24, and he's already said he ain't going nowhere. Yeah, that gives an opportunity, because we didn't take New Jersey by a whole lot. It's just, that state could be on the line, and that's a seat in the Senate.
Someone else will run against him, won't they?
I think there's already a Democrat has already stepped forward. I heard his name, but not enough to solidify it in my head. But there is another Democrat sticking to put his head up in the race, and good on him. I hope he does something. But it's an incumbent. The old saying, it's hard to get a guy out of his job up there, and it's going to be hard to get him out. The best thing.
Yeah, we need all the Democrats to win as much as we can.
Indeed, RBW. Indeed, because that's what it's about, the whole of the party. But not so much nowadays, I guess. Now it's about, hey, this is my job and I ain't leaving it. And again, like I said in my video, it takes me back to Al Franken. Al Franken, the man who had integrity. And what did it get?
And there it is, John, and that's what makes all the difference.
That's what,
it's what makes all the difference. Let's not forget that Vladimir Zelensky was a comedian.
Yes.
And look what he's turned into.
Indeed. Indeed.
But yeah, my
look
thing is,
he got
slaughtered. He got slaughtered over a joke picture.
Yes.
And he's a comedian. That's what killed me about it.
I got that part. But he also had integrity, and he took his office seriously.
He did not want the appearance of impropriety
running the House
to shadow his work in the Senate. And he was a mountain in the Senate. He had a voice.
But don't think that corruption hasn't touched the Democratic Party.
Oh, it has.
There's some fuckers
I have no illusions about that.
It's always more fun beating the other side, but not so much fun beating our own side when they do something wrong. But we have to do that, because if we don't, then we don't have integrity.
If we've done something wrong, let's take them to trial and prosecute them.
Ain't that what we're saying?
And if they need to, go to jail.
Hey,
take their to jail.
Look at the damn scoreboard. Hey, it's when you look at corruption, Democrats versus Republicans, it's 10 to fucking 1.
Yes.
It's 10 to fucking 1.
Yeah, it's not like we don't have it, but we don't have it on the scale the Republicans. They've cashed in, baby. I'll tell you what.
I can tell you now.
I just heard it this evening. Before the show, I was playing
19
music
and
and
that.
6.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
It's,
One
twen-
at a
it's,
time.
yeah,
it's 25 to 2. Okay? They
25
have
to 2.
19, according to my calculation, 25, 26, 26 Republicans are under indictment or threat of indictment, as opposed to 2.
You're using actual figures. I just jerked that.
Pro,
yeah.
ProPublica,
I figured that's
We'll
it
get
out.
numbers here, baby. We'll get numbers here.
Yeah,
ProPublica
right now,
published.
right now, 26 to 2. Okay? Shit.
ProPublica published some numbers, and it suggested that in the last 4 years, there has been 175 Republican or right-hand or right-wingers arrested or charged for either sex offences or voter fraud, meaning
Right.
they voted in 2 or 3 times. Do you know how many Democrats been arrested, charged for sex offenders?
How many?
Oh, Democratic members? 3.
Seems to be a disparity in the numbers there, Dave.
And none of them for sexual offences. Both for voted for, one was for his mother and one was for some minor. But the 170 odd Republicans, one was caught sitting outside of a children's school, one was caught sitting outside a children's play gym. They're the arseholes in the Republican Party. Sorry, but that's what we're dealing with.
That's what kills me when I see people on the left in my Facebook feed saying that both parties are the same side of of a different coin. No,
I get that a lot. Well, you know, both parties do. No, not to the degree that we see nowadays. Nothing like it. The Republican Party, you know, over the years, and a lot of us have gotten up in our years, we can look over our shoulder and look back. And in my case, when I look back, when I saw Reagan come in, the Republican Party has changed. But when Trump came in, there was no going back. This, in my opinion, you might as well call it the white nationalist party, because that's who they are. They're not for equality in this country. They're not for equal anything in this country. They want power, and they're going to take it, and they don't give a shit. I keep saying, you give them power, we're going to move from a democracy into something else. And it will be...
They're showing us.
Yes, they are.
And they're telling us what that something else is. And it looks like a dictatorship, if you ask me. And I ain't down for that. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, I'm not. I kind of like this democracy stuff. It's worked for almost 250 some odd years.
We don't have a king for a reason, because we chose not to have a king in this country. And I don't care what his orange fat ass think he's running around doing. He ain't no king.
He's not going to be
Would you call Russia? Would you call Russia? Would you call Russia a dictatorship, an autocracy? What would you call Russia?
All of the above.
It's like an autocracy. It's more of an oligarchy.
It's an oligarchy.
Yeah, it's an oligarchy. It's the rich run the
dictatorship. To me, is Gaddafi. Gaddafi was a dictator.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. King Jong-un.
Yeah, because people in Russia, you know, that's where the rub is for Russia. Is the answer for Russia has got to come from the inside. And when what's that general name who just got his ass killed because he tried it? Until somebody replaces him. What's his name? I can't remember.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
damn it.
the one that head of the mercenary group, the Wagner group, right?
The Wagner group, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name.
When he was running his tanks up towards Moscow, that didn't work out too well. And but until that happens, Russia's not going to change. As long as Vladimir Putin has his hand in it, it's going to remain a country of those of the wealth, and those of the poor are just going to be fed vodka and lies. You know, and are we too far from that if we let the Republicans get hold of this place?
No, we're not.
That's exactly where you're going to go. Sure, comrade.
Let's not forget about project2025.org.
Please go check that out. It'll give you a little insight as to where the Republican mind is going, comrade.
Yeah, because they want to do.
There was a lot of shows. There's a lot of shows been made lately, documentaries in the last 6 months that are coming out on YouTube. Most of them are half an hour, about things like An Unfair Game was one titled by DW, how Trump cheated in 2016 in many ways. So there's a lot of anti-Trump docos coming out as well, and they're very entertaining. So look out for those as well.
I'm hoping that it starts to sway the tide on the Republican side. Because like I said, I don't, in a fair election, I don't think he stands a chance in hell. But I didn't think he stood a chance of hell in 2016. But again, 2020 teaches us it's not about whether he wins or loses. It's about he's going to say he did and what that will lead to. That is what we're going to confront in 2024 because we know
not
what's going to happen.
just him, but a whole lot of people are going to say that they won when they didn't.
Yes, he set the stage for that. It happened during the 2020 election. We saw it all the way across the country. People were demanding, "Oh, I won." Who's that lady down in Arizona still demanding that
Carrie Lake.
Carrie Lake.
Bill says
I won. They cheated. It's a disease within their party. All you have to do is keep insisting that you won. Don't change your mind and don't let off the gas, and you'll win. No, you don't.
Called keep lying until somebody believes it.
Yeah. and unfortunately in this country there is no shortage of those that believe such bullshit. Are you shitting me? What was in the news this weekend? A bunch of QAnon people thinking that JFK is alive, JFK Jr. is alive, and they're all working together with Trump and Jesus.
That came around again?
Yeah, that came up again, this whole story.
Twitter done that. Twitter done that. They verified he was alive. They gave him his account.
X.
Okay.
Yep. Sure, it's believable. What could be terribly wrong with that story? Let's throw out the fact that most of us around listening right now were alive the day that happened in Delaney Plaza, and we all witnessed what happened to him. I don't think there's any question whether or not he lived.
He was killed. He was assassinated.
His head
he was
exploded.
taken out by the FBI.
Yeah, he's not alive, baby. He ain't coming back.
You can't
I don't
say
think
it.
JFK Jr. is
You
coming
won't say
back.
it. I will.
It's what they sell, though, baby. That's what's on the menu. Anyway, we have had an exciting evening. I want to thank everybody for showing up. We did have a rather large group this evening in the chat. I am just tickled to death that we have a lot of new family members. And, Debbie, 102 years old now. But don't worry, he looks fine. He looks great. Just looks like he did that same day. It is. Anyway, let me see here. Let's go through the list. Joe. Hey, Joe.
Hey, Joe.
Yes, sir. One thing I'd like to say.
What's that?
Don't forget the survivors of the children that got killed. The ones that survived will live through this the rest of their lives.
Yes.
So let's not forget the survivors.
No, we can't. And we shouldn't. We should never forget the survivors.
No.
They've been through some horrific shit for babies.
Those are left to remember, baby. There's always those left to remember. And what that means. Anyway, Joe, thank you. Hey.
Yes, sir.
Got the wheels on, buddy. It rolls. I'm going to do that break thing, and I think we might be done.
Thank you.
Anyway, Joe.
You really?
I'm thinking. I'm hoping, buddy. Crossing my fingers, anyway. Joe, thank you for coming in, brother. I love you, and say hello to Maria for us.
Sure will. I love you all.
All right. Take care. And I can't see for shit. James.
Nope.
Hey.
Hey, how you doing, brother? Hey, by the way, James.
Yeah.
I like your dog, dude.
Oh, thank you.
Nice
That's
dog.
Maggie.
Maggie?
Yeah.
I saw her picture, buddy.
She's a sweetheart. But I was just going to mention, earlier in the show, you said there's probably a few things that you've said that made a blue dot or two say, huh? I'm just going to say the only thing that you've said that made me say, huh, is when you slaughtered that lady's name earlier in the show.
When I did what?
When you slaughtered that lady's name earlier in the show.
Sometimes my mouth does not work. My mouth just refuses. My eyeballs see the word, but I can't say the word. Because you're thinking, you're going to screw this up, aren't you? And sure enough, shit, it comes out my mouth screwed up. Hell yeah. You try this shit. Let's turn the camera on you, James. Come on, buddy.
No,
I'm going to throw names at you like you wouldn't believe.
Anyway, I love you, brother.
I love you too, James, and I did. I enjoyed seeing Maggie. The view from your Jeep was great. Just out looking over the mountains was beautiful, buddy.
It was a nice day.
Yeah, it is. It's gorgeous up there, brother. Be proud of it.
Yeah.
Anyway, James, thank you very much. And Ozzy, you know me,
Scott,
buddy. I get
I'm
rid of
here.
all the guys before I get rid of the ladies, man. I'm sorry. That's the way it is.
I don't know whatever you said that word salad then. You broke up when you were saying it, but it must have been good.
It must have been. Must have been. Ozzy, you know me. I get tickled just to see your name down there and coming into the room. We're thankful you're with us, brother. I know you've been through hell.
I'm tickled I can be.
That's what we're saying, brother. This family's been through a rough ride here lately, and we're just so tickled to death that you're fine. You're recuperating, and you're back with us, brother. You know how this family feels about you. And all that other mushy shit we always say.
Love you, Ozzy. Love you.
Thanks, mate. I want to say that this is an American show. It is about American people. But since that Trump flag started flying in Australia, now it's a worldwide thing. Now he's taken on the world.
It's like mold.
Now he is offended. He's offended. A lot of people in Australia, I think, would be grossly offended by. One, it's nothing to do. There's no reason to fly his flag. We're not talking about anything to do with America. We're talking about a local vote.
Right.
And number two, that his infectious rhetoric of hate could filter through to the rest of the world. I did say, and Canada's always said, you guys sneeze, we catch a cold.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because that's the way it is in the world now.
And when there was issues going on up in Canada, Trump flags flew up there too. And it's a damn shame.
It's like a mold.
Yeah, it is.
We are definitely not trying to export his ass. We're trying to send his ass to jail. Okay.
I know. As I explained, it's nothing to do against American people. It's that small percentage in every part of the world that still exists that would be a Nazi tomorrow if they could.
They are
and that's
bigoted
what these people
assholes, and they live all around the world. All around. They're in every community we have.
Russia is behind the biggest disinformation campaign ever this year.
Yes.
Yes.
Got to be watching yourself.
They are well paid.
That's why you got to be a member here. Come in here, join the Blue Dot family, join the discussion. That way you won't be fooled by all that bullshit you find out there.
But they play on everybody's prejudices.
They do.
And we all have prejudices.
Everybody has a prejudice of one sort or another.
Yeah, everybody does.
You know,
shit.
Well, it's part of life.
You
deal with it though.
They make the bad people
become an
feel
adult
good
about it. You know, if you're true to yourself, then you question your own, biases. That's what you do.
I mean, I have biases. I mean, it's just part of me. I mean, you're human. We're all human.
Well,
but I try to do better. We all try to do better. We most of us.
You don't expect to have James. You don't expect to have corrupt people in your White House. They're there to look after you, not themselves.
We were all raised that we thought the people in high power, our president, our Congress, our senators, that they were there to do America's work to benefit the whole of the people. But we're finding out later in our life, no, that's not the deal. A lot of it is I'm making my money, and boy, howdy shit, fuck you. And, and that it's the American people just waking up
to the crooked Supreme Court. Dark money is allowed to flow into these
Citizens United
politicians' pockets.
They have 547 seats, and they'll stack it any way they want to.
You did see Justice Thomas was exposed. He went to a Republican dinner to support a Republican candidate in 2000, I think it was 17 or 2018, and it was $100,000 a plate, and he was there. Justices aren't supposed to take sides.
In a minute, he's going to be totally naked, as exposed as his ass is.
Let's hope it makes a difference. Do you think it makes a difference? Anyway, we could get in the whole conversation there again.
We'll save that one.
We'll save that one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway, Dave, thank you for coming in, brother. We appreciate the shit out of it.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
And RVW. Thank you, darling, for coming in. We appreciate it.
Yep. Same to you. Yep.
What's that, dear?
I said it's the same. It's good to chat with you.
Outstanding, outstanding heaven. Y'all check her out on Facebook. Facebook, right? Or YouTube? YouTube. Yeah, my Rolodex. It hit. Anyway, RB, thank you very much. We appreciate it. And Miss Chick.
Yes, John.
Thank you, dear. Do you have anything you
The
want to...
views and opinions expressed on the Blue Dot Live show are strictly those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect that of the whole entire Blue Dot family. We are not experts on the topics we discuss, nor are we journalists. We are simply concerned citizens trying to find sanity in an increasingly insane world. We urge you to listen, read, and view as many different sources as you can to keep up with the shit show of American politics. Form your own opinions. Take what you like and leave the rest.
Yeah.
Just remember to vote like your life depends upon it, because it does.
Because it does. And that's, I have that on, but I could hit it there, but we run out of time.
100%.
Yeah, but
It's so cool when she does it live.
I know it. I like it when she does it live.
That's our
that
own
was
Miss
written
Chick.
by,
She is
that was
something else, man.
written by our Miss Chick, and I think it describes our family very much. We don't always agree with everybody, what everybody's talking about, but we are a cohesive family, and we give a shit about each other, and that's the big picture. I love it. Y'all don't know the relief that this Blue Dot family, I say it all the time, I get a lot of pressure here at my house and from others that I have to take a break and slow down and do all this other shit. This show and this meeting every week, it charges my batteries, baby. I got a lot of shit I deal with in my life, and I'm sure everybody does. Everything from your vehicle breaking down to this, that, or the other. There's something in your life that's got to be taken care of, and you got to do it. So part of my job is paying attention to the news, but this is the release. This is as much a release for me and the tensions of my day as I hope it is for y'all. Anyway, it's a nice way of saying I love you and all that kind of mushy shit. Anyway,
That's mushy shit.
yeah, all that mushy shit that, you know. Anyway,
I do have some shout outs.
Go ahead, give us some shout outs.
L. Clifton Oliver II from Georgia.
Outstanding. Georgia, we need Georgia.
Paul Adams from, I think, Pennsylvania, because he's an Eagles fan.
Oh, good deal. Good deal.
Bill Henry from Illinois. Laurette Austin from Texas, not from Austin, Texas, just Laurette Austin from Texas.
From Texas.
Mac Flansburgh from Illinois, a lot of Illinois people. Patricia
Outstanding.
Jordan from Pennsylvania. Donna Lloyd from Florida. And I want to shout out to a group.
Okay.
You did, was it a week ago Saturday that you did the thing about Rupert Murdoch?
Yes, Bullshit Mountain.
Yeah, Bullshit Mountain. Okay, so Carrie Smith saw Bullshit Mountain, and she shared it to a group she belongs to, which is called "Is Rupert Murdoch Dead Yet?"
Is Rupert Murdoch dead yet?
And it's based.
I love that group.
The admins are from Wales and Australia. So
Really?
it tells you.
Is Rupert Murdoch dead yet? Somebody
Is
check.
Rupert Murdoch dead yet? Yes.
Well, you know, one of these days, you know, I'm just saying.
He's 92, isn't he? 91
Mathematics,
and 92.
you know, sooner or later it catches up.
He's 92.
Yeah. He started out with tabloids and wound up at Fox News. So
Yeah, 92 crusty ass years old.
Based on the theory of there's a sucker born every minute. And P.T. Barnum was not the one that said that, but nobody really cares about that. What they care about is there's a sucker born every minute, and they know
there's
it.
suckers out there willing to get rid of their damn money.
Yes.
But not in the blue room, in the blue live. We have lovely people here that like to share, subscribe, follow.
Share that shit.
And like.
Share that shit. That's all we ask you. And hit that button down there, that like button. It's right down there. You can't freaking miss it.
What that does, it tells YouTube that this show is popular, and it gives it more advertising in respect of it puts it up there in your choices as a recommended view. And that's why John's numbers are increasing, because John has been doing a good job with the public. and they're giving
It's
him the
because
thumbs
of my
up. More people
fantastic
see
good
his
looks, Dave.
videos, and more people are joining.
More people are joining because somebody said, "Hey,
hit
did
the
you
thumbs
see
up.
that handsome-looking fellow on the YouTube?" That's
Well,
what it
this
is.
could be true.
That's what it is.
This could be true.
It's my head. Let
You
me play
must
with
turn
it.
the volume up. You have to turn the volume up, though, because if you don't have the volume up and you turn on to John's show,
Yeah.
it looks like a fishing show.
You don't know how many comments I get. You almost pass you by. You look like a redneck, just an idiot. Yeah, well, that's me. That's how I sucker them in, baby. So.
Hey, John, keep stroking that beard, because whenever Trump gets convicted, it's coming off.
Hey. No, I didn't make any
said
deals
it.
this time. I did not make any deals this
You
time with
just-
my beard, John. I
You
don't know.
said it.
I don't know.
It's on audio.
I am
It's
just,
recorded.
I am very
It's
proud
recorded.
to note that if you do go back and look at the video of the beard cutting off ceremony and see the length of the beard, and I can tell by making a fist on my chin and then forcing that down and putting another fist. Now I have 2 fists of beard. And do I have beard left over? Oh, a lot to play with on the. That's beard production under Joe Biden. Beard production under Trump, not nowhere near this production. So yes, beard production under Joe Biden has been substantially increased.
John.
Yes, dear.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
Yeah,
Bernadette.
I feel like I'm in Ireland. This is the long goodbye or something.
It is. Bernadette, thank you so much, baby, for everything you
welcome.
do here and everything else. I enjoyed our phone call today.
Shout out to everybody who came in and donated tonight. You guys, on top of the standalone donations, on top of Patreon, is what keeps this thing going.
It does.
And we appreciate it, and just want to call you guys out. Appreciate all the new people in here, showing support, love, and thank you to every Blue Dot member in the family that welcomes a new family member in with open arms. Glad to see
that has been discussion amongst
you guys are awesome.
amongst our Blue Dots here of how we notice in the chat that a lot of our Blue Dots are responding to new people in the room, inviting them in the room, and making them feel welcome. And nothing could be more like a family than that, baby.
Like Don Cheeto said, clothing is optional in
Yeah.
the blue
Hey,
room.
it's up to you.
Yes,
You know,
it is.
we're all headed over there in a minute, and I'm guaranteeing these things are coming off, baby. Because anyway,
And the blue room is where we're headed now. It's the after party
Indeed.
set. If y'all ain't in there, you missing out.
that's right, baby. So get on this. Go to bluedotintexas.com. Look for the little download of Discord. Download Discord. Get in there. Get your grandson to show you how to. That's what I did. Anyway, come into Discord. Get in the blue room and come join the conversation because we'd love to have you. On that note,
Absolutely.
again, Bernadette, thank you. Thank you to all of our Blue Dot family and to those that donated. And by the way, that went a long way in getting my truck fixed. So thank you very much. Life throws curves, and if it weren't for this Blue Dot family, sometimes John would just take a freaking hammer to everything. Anyway,
What family does.
it's what we do. Anyway, I love you.
Say
Y'all,
good night, John.
good night, baby. Y'all say good night.
Good
Good night,
Let's
everybody.
say good night for 15, 20 minutes. We love y'all. Y'all